answers here, and he put one answer here. He's telling us in effect that these two surahs are linked together. So that if you want to understand Surah Al Kahf, you've got to pay a lot of attention to Surah Al Bani Israel. Okay? Alright. In answering the question, we cannot tonight take on the whole of Surah Al Kahf. We only take in on that part of the surah which is relevant to the subject we addressed last night. In responding to the question about the great traveler, the Quran responded and said, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنْ ذِي الْقَرْنَيْنِ. They question thee about Dhul Qarnayn. Qarn is a horn. So Qarnani, two horns, Qarnayn. But Qarn is also an age, an epoch. So Qarnayn, two ages, two epochs, one in the present, one in the past, one in the future. He is known as Dhul Qarnayn. This is his title. What is his real name, we don't know. But Dhul Qarnayn is someone blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with irresistible power. The power to pursue any goal he wants to pursue. And therefore the equivalent of a superpower of all superpowers. The equivalent of a ruling state of the world. And the definition of a ruling state is that it can impose its will on any rival. This is Dhul Qarnayn. But power in Dhul Qarnayn rests on the foundations of faith. Faith. Iman. Faith in Allah. When power rests on the foundations of faith, how will that power be used? The Quran describes now his first journey in the direction of the setting of the sun. And there he comes across by a body of dark water, meaning this is the farthest limit he can go. He comes across a people. What are you going to do with these people? How will you use your power? Dhul Qarnayn replies and he says, those who are guilty of acts of dhulm, oppression, I'll punish them. And so power, when it rests on the foundations of faith, power is used to punish the oppressor. Did you hear that? Sounds nice, isn't it? Wish we could have had a world like that. Power, when power rests on the foundations of faith, are you listening? Power is used to punish the oppressor. And Dhul Qarnayn says, and when they go back to you, you will also punish them. And so in such a world, there would be an essential harmony between power here and power there. What a world, what a world. And then he went on to say, those who have faith, not faith in the Singapore dollar, faith in Allah. Those who have faith and who are righteous in their conduct, we will treat them nicely. They will be rewarded. And so when power rests on the foundations of faith, that power will be used to reward those who have faith and whose conduct is righteous. What a world it could have been if mankind had accepted Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then Dhul Qarnayn traveled in the opposite direction, in the direction of the rising of the sun. And there he came across a people for whom we had provided no cover, meaning cover from the elements. And so a people living an essentially primitive way of life. When power rests on the foundations of faith, how will power respond to the primitive way of life? وَكَذَلِكَ, the Quran declares, كَذَلِكَ. The good sense and the wisdom is there in the response of Dhul Qarnayn to respect the primitive way of life and to allow these people to continue their indigenous way of life, preserved with integrity. This is how Power, when power rests on the foundations of faith, power relates to the primitive way of life. What a world it could have been if the world had accepted Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. But now Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam has come and gone, and Surah Al Kahf is now warning you what the world is going to be like one day.